So I have wrapped Christmas for y'all. Wasn't it hard to wrap this package sitting over here? We like to never got enough wrapping paper.
You did it.
But we did it, and we wrapped it in silver and gold and all things precious, and it came out as Linda Autry. And so if you are sitting out there in TV land and you have no idea who Linda Autry is, just go ahead. Can they slap themselves in the face?
Yeah, just get your headphones and earphones on and get ready to hear some good music.
Get ready to hear some good music.
Maybe you can get Bob to sing with her.
Maybe Bob could sing with her.
I'd rather listen.
I'd rather listen. Bob Reece is joining us. Glory Bound Ministries has just done the 37th White Christmas.
Best we've ever had.
Best you've ever had. Miss Linda Autry was a part of that.
That's right. She played piano and just she's been part of it for several years now.
Yep.
And she's just a blessing to everybody that knows her.
She is. She is. And I'm going to tell you something. For everybody who's ever called and said, can you get me a copy of that song that you love, which is Far Away, by Martha Gibson singing and Miss Linda Autry playing, and Miss Joyce Owens was responsible for getting it to me, and then I made CDs from it. You have no idea how many people you've blessed with that.
That's a blessing to hear that.
And the words to Far Away, I don't care how you lost somebody you loved, that song brings it all home, doesn't it?
It does for a lot of folks, yeah.
It does.
There's a lot of songs that do that.
Yeah, and it brings it home to this morning. It was so weird, y'all. I was getting my hair cut, so I ran a little bit late, and Leah said, we were talking about my daughter going to be with Jesus, and she said, if anybody ever deserved heaven, your child did. She went through so much in her lifetime, and then I couldn't handle her death, and it being on my birthday, I really had a hard time. But Leah said it best. She said she deserved heaven more than anybody I've ever known, and I thought, that kind of feels good. That kind of feels good.
Yeah, I miss her.
I miss her so much, but would I bring her back to this place? No way. No way. No way. Now, you're going to do some music today for us because we know that gift giving is expensive this year. I couldn't think of anything I could buy y'all. I couldn't think of anything I wanted any more than to have the calmness, the warmth, and the feeling of what your music does. How many years have you been playing?
I started lessons when I was 7, and I'm 60 plus now, so it's been many, many
It's
years.
been many years.
But I actually took lessons until I was way in my 20s.
Wow.
I
Who
did.
taught you? Who taught the great Linda Autry to play?
I had several teachers. I started out with Sarah Ellington. I took from, you might recognize this name, David Young. He played with the Happy Goodman family many years ago. I took lessons with him. And then I took from Eloise Phillips and Tracy Phillips. And then there was a lady from New York. She played on Broadway. Her name was Ada DeBray. And I took lessons from her. So I've actually had several piano teachers over the years.
Wow.
So.
Did anybody recognize that you were a super talent? Because you're not just a piano player. We can get a piano player every day of the week. You are that super talent because either you have it, is that right?
That's right.
Or you don't have it.
Thank you.
You have it.
I've been very blessed. God has blessed me beyond measure. It has been amazing what He has done for us.
She just got to be on the Grand Ole Opry,
She
too.
did. She did. We hated to bring her in here when she just left the Opry because we're not quite the Opry, but we're pretty cool.
Oh, this is hometown, so I'm thrilled to be here. This is hometown, guys. I love, I love doing the local stuff, and it's great to know that we've got a great audience today. So thanks for tuning in with us today. What a treasure!
I got something to say.
And
Well, those of us that have known Linda over the years, we know what Linda is. We know what she's all about.
Right.
We know what she stands for. We know her talent. And now she's got some attention from the folks up in Nashville.
right.
And she's been on the Grand Ole Opry. And
That's great.
ain't no telling how many more times she'll be on there.
Right.
And
I
so
think
we're looking forward to what God's going to do with her still.
you were a part of why she was on the Grand Ole Opry because the Isaacs were there, and Ben Isaacs recognized his talent. And if you're not laying dead at Roper Funeral Home, you recognize your talent. So I'm sure that Ben walked over there and said, "Who is this woman?"
He did. He did.
Yes.
She plays for, Ben's in a quartet, not just Isaac's, but he's in a quartet called Brothers of the Heart. And Jimmy Fortner, and you have to name the other two guys. I don't.
It's Jimmy Fortune, Ben Isaacs, Bradley Walker, and Mike Rogers.
There you go.
And they form Brothers of the Heart.
Yeah.
And she plays for them.
Yeah.
Their four-part harmony is just amazing. I
Amazing.
mean, if you love four-part harmony,
Yeah.
it is just perfect, perfection.
Jimmy Fortune can sing just a little bit.
Jimmy Fortune could.
Just a little.
That would
Does
be a
anybody
good
know?
Christmas
Have
gift.
y'all ever heard of him before?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah.
And you know what? Let me tell you this real fast. He has just wrote a new Christmas song.
Oh, wow.
And I just heard it for the first time last night. I don't remember the name of it. But he did a show last night in Nashville. We were supposed to go, but there's just too many things right now. We didn't get to
Right.
go. But he performed it last night, and it is breathtaking. If you
Oh,
have
wow.
a chance to hear it,
Wow.
go to YouTube or something and listen to his Christmas song that he just wrote. It is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. He's one of those, when you hear it, it is like you just stop and listen. You know, there's no, I'm going to do something else. No, you stop and listen.
Exactly.
He even called Linda on her birthday and sang happy birthday.
I love it. I love it.
He does.
I
He
love
calls
it.
me every year on my birthday
I
and he
love it.
sings
I
to
love
me.
it. I
He's
love it.
such a treat.
I love it.
Kaylee told me when she was at Dollywood, he came to perform a show at the theater there, and they sang back up for him. And she said after the show, he was such a nice man to work with. He took all them out to dinner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah, she really respected it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what it's about. When we look at the music industry, there are a lot of people who come and go and make their mark, but they don't always make their mark with people. And that's
Right.
what today, I want to honor you. The reason we did today's program is because I met with Santa yesterday, and Santa and I had a conversation about you.
Oh, wow.
We had a
Hope Santa's
conversation.
got some good
Is he
stuff.
on the nice list or the not?
We
on the
did,
list?
Wow.
and Santa said that Bob Reece was at the top of the nice list.
Oh, okay.
And it was so
Bless
funny
his
when I
heart.
said, Santa, I want to talk to you about this man I know. And so we just we're sending out a shout out to anybody who is looking at the end of the year and you have a little bit of money left over because the government didn't get it, or something stupid like the grocery store or the gas station didn't get it. And if you have any money left over at the end of the year with taxes, you would much rather give it to Bob Reece for next year's White Christmas for the children,
And
or
we're-
even this year.
We're still doing this year.
Okay, so we're still shopping for children,
Right.
and so we're going to watch a little thing that Santa and I did, and we talk a little bit about Bob Reece and what a special man he is. So here we go. I'd like to ask of you.
What is it, Cherie?
There are a lot of children in the world who don't have much,
That is true.
and if you know families who have a lot of stuff and they could help somebody. My friend Bob Reece has been doing White Christmas for children, foster homes,
I know
and
Bob.
children who are displaced at this time, and they have done this for 37 years.
Amazing. What a legacy.
And I would love for y'all to be able to reach out and help the White Christmas. The kids in Cherokee County are not where they are because of anything they did. It's because of something that happened with their family.
That's right.
And the children need to know that they are still loved. And so if you have an opportunity and you can reach out to Bob and Linda Reece, this is 37 years that they have given of themselves. And that's what Christmas is about. It's about giving of yourself. It's about giving. Nobody knows that better than Santa Claus. Nobody knows,
Bob
except
Reece.
Mrs. Claus.
That's right.
Mrs.
Bob Reece
Claus.
and the Glory Bound Quartet and his ministry, they are some of Santa's greatest helpers.
That's
Oh,
right.
my goodness.
That's right.
They do. They deserve all your support.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate him so much and love Bob. He is a fine man,
He
and I
is.
agree with you, Cherie.
He is.
We all need to pitch in.
Yep, we need to help those who cannot help themselves. So remember Christmas, when you have too many things and you have some extra money, if you would please help those who cannot help themselves. I think it's so very, very important. And we want to say now, Merry Christmas. This is all I wanted for Christmas, and I got it. Her name is Xana Jordan, and she is my sweetie. And then we have Riker, and we have 2 great grandbabies. So that's pretty awesome. And And thank you to Jesus for bringing us everything that He's brought us, because without Him, nothing would matter with it.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
Greatest gift ever.
Greatest
For
gift
sure.
ever. Greatest gift ever. Merry Christmas, everybody. Now, get your checkbooks out, and seriously, I know some of y'all are sitting there that have no kids left to give to, you have no grandbabies, but you got a little bit of money, and you would love for White Christmas to grow even more. 37 years into this, do we have a thousands of children number that we've helped?
Over the years,
Yes.
it is in the thousands, and hundreds of thousands of dollars has been collected, and every penny of that has gone to them. None
Right.
of it's come into the ministry, or well, it came
Right.
in the ministry and then right back out. But
Right,
no salaries or expenses or anything comes out of that.
right.
And God just blessed us. I can't imagine. Linda and I've talked about it 37 years ago when we started doing this, what God would have done, over the years, and especially in the last 5 or 6 years, how it's kind of spider webbed out into other ministries, and we've been able to partner with some awesome ministries, and if I may, Serve International out of Canton, and they provide meals all over the world. Millions of meals a year.
And I want to ask you if they have any meals. I would love for them to come to Dominic's Mission in Ball Ground one day. It's hard to believe that in an affluent city like Ball Ground, where we have beautiful, beautiful homes, we have some people actually living without electricity.
Yeah.
And we have people who are hurting, and Dominic's Mission shares food with them. So maybe we can partner them with that.
I'll give you their number.
would be awesome.
The guy's name is Zip Kane. He's over the local distribution.
That would be awesome.
And then Sunlight Ministries with David Kane, and they're out of Hickory Flat Fellowship Church of God. And then Children's Haven in Casa out of Canton, and Marcy is the director there. But we partnered with them over the last 5 or 6 years, and God is just, I miss going through the Walmart stores with the kids, but we can't do that anymore. But we still, there are just so many. Last year it was over 770 kids.
Wow.
Who would not have had Christmas without this?
Right.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then through the year last year, between 60 and 70,000 meals. So, and that's not a brag on Bob and Linda or Glory Bound. That's God did all that.
That's right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And we have so many others that partner with us. Linda, even, not necessarily a partnership, but it is a partnership. She comes and plays at the White Christmas program every year, which this year was our very, 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 very best ever. The atmosphere, the attendance, the offering was the best we've had.
Amazing.
Everything. We had the Isaacs, we had Mark Wills, which is also
Blue Ridge boy.
in Woodstock. He lives in
Yeah.
Woodstock now.
Well,
But
he was born and bred up the road.
all of that come together on that night, and the spirit was just awesome. It was just thick in that building. We moved it this year to Five Stones Church down on Sixes Road, and those folks are just unbelievable friendly. Nobody in the building, and there was 700 or 800 people there. I'm guessing, I don't know how many people.
At least.
At least.
Yeah.
Nobody in that building wanted anything. Their people was on top of everything. What do you need? I had 2 guys that pretty much hung on my shoulder. What do you need, Bob? What do you need? Don't do that. We'll do that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it just, if you need a church to go to, try Five Stones on Sixes Road. Linda and I went this past Sunday, and to their Christmas program. Great pastor, just a super church. But that, everything, and I worried about moving the venue, but we had to move it from Canton first because of the flood. But God used it.
He always does.
And it was just tremendous. I don't know what the total number is yet, because we're still doing. I talked to David Kane on the way up here, and he's out buying Christmas, and so I don't know what the number's going to wind up being. But
It's him at work. It's him at work, yeah, through you and Linda. Well, thank you so much for all of that. Now, we're going to show you a few pictures of some children that I was blessed to spend some time with and Santa last night. And it was so precious because one little boy, he was so cute, and his little sister went first, and then he sat down and he did exactly like my Nick did the first Christmas we handed him to Santa. He threw a screaming fit. And he did not like Santa. Well, Xana had seen 3 Santa. She didn't respond at all. She was angry. The next Santa, she just backed off. Last night, Santa, he nailed it. And I think it has to do with the atmosphere and the comfort. And we were at Hartman Law, and I have to send out a big shout out and a thank you to Andy Hartman for everything you do for our community. They are amazing, and I'm going to contact Andy about getting you a check for White Christmas because I think Andy would love to be a part of this. So it is all about giving back, and when you look at this, these are children who came to the office and got to meet Santa, spend some time with him, and we just had a blast, and it was all compliments of Andy and his crew at Hartman Law. I've known some of his staff for over 50 years, and it just blows my mind. They did my first real estate closing, and as long as I have closings that are in the area, that's who we use. So they're awesome folks, and we love them, and we appreciate them, and appreciate what they do for the community. That's what it's about. It's about giving back. It's not about just you. It's about giving back. You know that better than anybody. When we used to pack the Methodist Church out, and we would raise money, we'd have the Diplomats, your group, the Barker brothers. Nobody wanted to be paid. They wanted to pay it forward by being there and sharing and giving of yourself.
Yep.
And that's what life really is about. And if you're not able to do that in a talented way, then maybe you could do it by going to a school and reading to children. Maybe you could do something to make some goodie bags for kids in daycare. Your sweet Melissa loves to sew.
Yeah.
She could make things for kids. It's not about, are you the big to-do? It's, are you just a person who can give back to somebody?
Yeah, it's always the little things that add up.
It is, absolutely. And if y'all remember, Bill's family stood right over here. Were there 15 of y'all that day?
I don't remember how many showed up.
There was
quite a few.
A bunch. And out of his family, many have gone on to be with the Lord, but boy, did they sing his praises here before they went, didn't they? Yeah. And what you think that choir in heaven sounds like now with all those folks up there?
I can't even imagine.
It's going to be amazing.
Merry Christmas
It's going to be
everybody.
Well, we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, you and I and everybody else are going to get to enjoy the music of Linda Autry. Is there a chance we could get Bill Siniard to sing a song with her?
I don't know. Is there a chance?
Is there a chance? Could we do that? Would that be awesome?
You may have to get Johnny Mathis to sing Chances Are.
Yeah, chances are. Well, now while we take a commercial break, we're going to think about, can we make this happen through the magic of television? We might be able to do that. We'll be back shortly.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time. And delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
The mountains are calling, and they're closer than you think. Farmers Crossing in Ball Ground offers creekside lots with homes beginning in the 400s. Walking distance to downtown shopping, dining, tennis courts, Calvin Farmer Park, and local events. It also includes a beautiful hike to Long Swamp Creek. Leave the car and the worries behind. Move in by fall 2023. Call Cherie Martin at 404-375-0590 or Evelyn Calhoun at 770-733-0779.
Georgia Medical Treatment Center now has 2 locations to bring you the high-quality holistic care you've come to know and expect. We treat neck, back, and joint pain with chiropractic care and injection-based treatment without the need for surgery or prescription painkillers. Our medical weight loss program can also provide relief while ridding your body of toxins, pounds, and inches while improving your overall health. Call today for a free consultation, 770-345-2000, or go online to georgiamtc.com.
You know, how you feel on the inside is just as important to me as how you feel on the outside.
Oh, Daddy. I'm grown up, everywhere, in every way. Care and take care of you. You're my grown up, and I know you're there. I'm your grown up, and you know I care. 'Cause it's you and me and me and you. So when you are okay or not okay, I'll take care of you.
Misty mountain, rainbow sky, a faraway look in your eye. Tell me, have you had enough? Traffic jams and city stuff. Don't you think it's time to go where black bears climb and waters flow? Hummingbirds out on the deck, propped up, and what the heck?
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Hit it. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon
one of my favorites.
You ever heard about elves sing? Well, I guess you haven't. They sing all the time. And the last few years, they've begun to put a little rock edge to their singing. So they know what that's about. Last night when I zipped up on them, I went to the window. Could be for you.
Where is that? Tell Santa that Nanny's been a really, really good girl. Can you tell Santa that Nanny's been a really, really good girl?
I've watched Nanny grow up.
Yeah.
She's been on the nice list every year.
Yes, Nanny has been a
one year that was a little questionable. She came through at the end.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Kidding. She's always been there.
Oh, looky there. What have you got? Oh, Xana. Xana Jordan.
I'm thinking.
Xana's it's from the Bible and it means descending down from God. Did you see your curly hair? You want to give Santa that? Look at how curly it's getting, Evelyn. Can you believe that? She'll look like yours before it's over.
So much.
Oh, sounds so sweet.
Come see Santa. Oh, Santa. Santa.
Here.
Oh boy.
You want to sit up here with Miss Santa?
Evelyn can sit with you. Evelyn can sit with you.
Oh.
She loves Evelyn.
So sweet.
Say, I love Miss Evelyn. Oh boy. Oh boy. Say, I love Miss Evelyn. Yes, I do. Say, Miss Evelyn is my buddy. Yes, she is.
She's like, what?
So I'm such a good girl. I'm such a good girl. Things I'd like to ask of you.
What is it, Cherie?
There are a lot of children in the world who don't have much.
That is true.
And if you know families who have a lot of stuff and they could help somebody, my friend Bob Reece has been doing White Christmas for Okay, we are back, and Miss Linda Autry is going to be joining us in a minute. But right now, we're going to go to a few more of the Santa Claus pictures that we did in Pickens County last night, and we would love, if your children are involved in it, you will be able to see this again today at 5 o'clock. It will re-air. It will air again at midnight, and then it will go to our YouTube channel, and that's Cherie Martin, and just Google, go to YouTube, and there you go, and it will be up front and center with those kids and Santa, and I can't wait to share that with y'all. Here we go, back to the kids having a good time with Santa. County are not where they are because of anything they did. It's because of something that happened with their family.
That's right.
And the children need to know that they are still loved. And so if you have an opportunity and you can reach out to Bob and Linda Reece, this is 37 years that they have given of themselves. And that's what Christmas is about. It's about giving of yourself. It's about giving. Nobody knows that better than Santa Claus. Nobody knows, except Mrs. Claus.
That's right.
Mrs.
Bob
Claus
Reece and
does.
the Glory Bound Quartet and his ministry, they are some of Santa's greatest helpers.
That's
Oh,
right.
my goodness.
That's right.
They do. They deserve all your support.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate him so much and love Bob. He is a fine man,
He
and I
is.
agree with you, Cherie.
He is.
We all need to pitch in.
Yep, we need to help those who cannot help themselves. So remember Christmas, when you have too many things and you have some extra money, if you would please help those who cannot help themselves. I think it's so very, very important. And we want to say now, Merry Christmas. This is all I wanted for Christmas, and I got it. Her name is Xana Jordan, and she is my sweetie. And then we have Riker, and we have 2 great grandbabies. So that's pretty awesome. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to Jesus for bringing us everything that he's brought us, because without him, nothing would matter with it.
That's exactly right.
Yep, yep.
Greatest gift ever.
Greatest
For
gift
sure.
ever. Greatest gift ever. Merry Christmas, everybody. Don't y'all just love Santa Claus? He brings the nicest gifts. And Santa, thank you for delivering Linda Autry and Bob Reece and Bill Siniard. Bill Siniard has delivered me from some crazy places. Anytime I'd have a problem, I'd say, hey, what are you doing? Can you help me out? Yeah, he helped me out. You know, through gospel music, you helped a lot of people get through some tough days.
Well, it's all credit to the Lord, of course. I mean, we just are instruments, and it's like Bob is doing. It's all about the Lord, and you're just used to facilitate all that.
That's it. That's it. And you understand that. And you, when you were doing lead songs for First Mountain City, you know, you would see it in the audience when you touched somebody. Nobody touched anybody any more than our friend Selena, who went to be with the Lord. And we were all with her right at the end, and we knew what her angelic voice had meant to you. And we were doing a tribute to her the other day, and I was thinking about all these people who've gone on before us, whether it be Vestal or, you know, any of the Happy Goodmans, because that happy music brought us through some tough times.
Sure did.
Yeah. And at the end with Selena, she was still praising the Lord. Never once did she say, God, I'm mad because you did this to me. Never once.
Well, the beauty of it is, too, is like, and Bob and Linda can agree with this, when you record music, it's out there forever. And so people can still get blessed even after you're gone. I mean, it's just the way it works.
That's it. Well, we've got so many First Mountain City things, and you know, what is that Canaan land that I Love You did? Yeah, that was one of those. It just makes you feel good, and that's often what you need. And as much as everybody is enjoying the holidays and being positive and upbeat, there are a lot of folks that are struggling, because I have a friend, Mary Ann, who lost her only child. And she said, I don't know if I'm going to make it through the holidays. I said, of course you are. I said, it's going to be okay. But there are times that people are hurting, and one song, one line, one Bible verse will bring them through a really, really tough time.
Yeah, and I'm sure these folks can agree with me that sometimes all you need is just get pepped up or get to feel better about yourself or about life is a good old gospel song. And even an old one, like Linda was playing there a minute ago, you know, they'll speak to you. And I noticed that it's therapy for you when somebody plays piano.
Oh my gosh. It is like I can pay my counselor $120 an hour to tell me what's going wrong and why I should do this and do this, and then I'm like, no, I just need Linda Autry. You know, I need to hear something that makes you feel positive, and that truly will get people through at the first of the year. I can give you a list of people who will go, wow, I made it through another Christmas.
Well, and sometimes I need a sermon, but a lot of times I just need to hear a good song, you know, and something that speaks to you, and it reminds you of the past when you had some good days, and so those things can connect with a lot of people.
Absolutely. When we think of your sweet mama, precious, precious mama, and Aunt Arlene, do you remember the day they were coming here to do the show and they got lost?
Oh yeah, Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's. They got lost. And didn't they end up near North Carolina?
Well, they ended up near Tennessee somewhere. So.
Yeah. Literally, and we're waiting on Aunt Arlene.
It's not funny, but
no, yeah. And her piano was like Linda's. It was untouchable. Nobody could do what she did, and she taught herself.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Those are great people to listen to. I like people who know music. I can't read music. I like to sing it, but people who can just play by ear, it's amazing. It's amazing.
It blows my mind. I mean, absolutely. And we all know the joke, I can barely play the radio, and I barely can. But you know what? Do you know Scott Thomas from the Thomas family? Okay, they're up in Morganton, and they used to play together. And the other day, I was cleaning out his mom and dad's house because we have it on the market, and I found a cassette that they did way back yonder, way back yonder. Put it in, playing this, and all of a sudden, there are 3 songs that are older than dirt that, man, they touched my heart. They touched my heart so much, and I'm like, I was thinking I'll throw this cassette away because I don't have a cassette player in my car, and I said, no, let's don't.
Don't throw it away, no.
And it was amazing how that song touched me.
Well, what you folks don't probably realize is that she loves piano so much because she was around when it was invented. She remembers those days, and she remembers when they played harps and flutes.
Yeah, back in the angelic days, yeah.
You said old as dirt.
Old as dirt. I'm older than dirt coming down in January. I'm going to be older than dirt, and that just scares me to dickens.
Not yet, just wait.
Oh no. Well, I attended an 80th-year-old birthday for Brother Glenn Dinsmore from down in Ball Ground that I just adore. And I'm sitting there looking at his beautiful wife's face, and she wears no makeup, never wore any kind of makeup at all, and she has the most beautiful complexion. And I said, you look 40. And she said, it's because I don't put any stuff on my face. And I said, well, I look 70 because I do put it on my face. If I didn't, I look 90.
70?
I'm like, holy cow. But everybody has something you can bless somebody with.
They do.
You know?
Everybody's got a talent. God's given somebody a talent to do something.
Yep.
You just got to use it.
Yep. Now, your sweet Melissa is talented with babysitting because she's a good babysitter, isn't she?
Well, she likes babysitting our grandchildren.
She does. And what a blessing y'all have been to each other because
41
she's been
years.
there to support you through your music ministry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, she's funny. She can't sing a lick. I mean, I use that term
She
loosely.
and I must be Bobsy twins.
But she knows how to hear good music, and so she was our sound person for quite a while. So, you know, that was her talent.
I love it. Now, y'all travel.
She's pretty, too.
She's pretty, and she's sweet as sugar. Y'all travel a lot during your off time. Where are you traveling this year?
Well, in just a couple of days, we're going down to Florida for a week to spend Christmas. We just got back from Niagara Falls, and we was out at Elvis's place at Memphis a couple of months ago. And then we're going to Southern California in February to spend the week and just enjoy ourselves out there. It's just going to be a lot of fun.
Wait. Let me go get you an air rifle that you can shoot people coming across the border and send them back if you're going to be in Southern California.
Don't get me started on that, but I'm just going to take my in-laws who haven't ever been out there and just show them around a little bit.
How cool is that?
It's going to be fun.
What a good son-in-law. See, y'all are blessed.
Well, it's not my in-laws that way. It's my wife's sister's husband.
Oh, well, that's all right. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And my wife's brother's wife. So
you're going to be doing something good for somebody else.
I'll be a tour guide.
Yeah. You know, when we look back at what we've done for others, when we leave this earth, all that's left are the memories we've made.
Right.
All that's left are the memories we've made.
That's true.
Yeah, and don't you want it to be something good and something positive? And I don't know if y'all have heard the song that Dwight Sanford does, and it's called Merry Christmas, Ellijay. It's a true story written by a young police officer here in Ellijay, and he met an old man under the bridge, and the old man tells his story. And when I heard it, I was bawling, and I said, you know, we all have a story, because today we could get that call that our loved one was gone on.
Right.
Today we could get a call that we have a terminal illness. Today we could get that call that changes everything. But the things that we can't change are the memories that are already here.
True.
The memories that are already here. And I love when we had the Booth brothers down in Jasper. Do you remember that when we brought them in? And well, those boys were expensive. And I was going to foot what
good,
bill. Yeah, they were great. But I was going to have to foot the bill of what people didn't collect in the love offering. And so all of a sudden, my buddy Regina Camp says, "No, we're going to charge everybody $10 at a door. And if we get all these people in here, it'll be all right." And so this guy comes up and Regina says, "That'll be $10. He said, "I thought it was a love offering." She's about 4'10". She said, "It is. You love them $10 worth." And I thought, how cool is that?
It was a change of plans.
It was a change of plans, but we got people to see some of the talented groups that wouldn't have come to Jasper. You know, we went out on a limb and we brought in people that were a little bit pricey, but it gave Jasper a door to gospel music that they never seen.
True. I never will forget Ronnie Booth. He came in, introduced himself, asked my name, and the whole night he never forgot my name.
Yeah.
And I saw him do that with lots of people, so he's got that talent.
Yeah,
Remembering people's name. I can't do it.
Well, look for
What's
me
your
at
name? What's your
Jesus'
name?
feet. Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember what I had for lunch yesterday. But remember, look for me at Jesus' feet.
Yep.
We had one viewer who watched us every day. He was mesmerized. He had his coffee and his oatmeal with us every single day until he went to be with the Lord. And he always wanted to hear, "Look for me at Jesus' feet." I hope that when we are gone, we will be found at Jesus' feet.
Absolutely.
Isn't that what it's all about?
It is.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And so we're going to gather together. Do you think that God will give me a talent in heaven that I'll finally get to sing?
I better not comment on that.
I cannot carry tune.
You got other talent. You've got the gift of gab.
And I
Let's put it
can
that way.
cook. I can cook for y'all. And if you move within
she can
3
cook.
miles of me, I will deliver food to you. So
She can cook,
I can cook. I love to cook.
but your gift is talking.
It is, and I love to do that. And I'm so blessed. We were looking at this. Hans Rupert and I were talking about the years. Almost 19 years since the first time we stepped in front of a camera and did an ETC show, and that was Flavors of the South many, many, many years ago. And I look back, and it's like it was yesterday. You know,
Right.
it's so weird. Do you think about places you played 30 years ago?
Oh, yes.
And it's like it was yesterday?
Yes.
It's so strange.
It's
so
amazing
strange.
how time has just quickly passed by.
Yeah.
And it's true, the older you get, the faster it goes.
Yes.
Yes.
Amen?
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We're there
For
together.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy
It's
how
awesome.
fast.
Just
Yeah.
ask her. She remembers the Civil War.
I remember the Civil War. Yeah, I was there. I was telling them, no, we're doing it the Southern way. It's going to be simple, Southern, and scrumptious. That's just the way it's going to be.
Oh, boy.
So, now, Bob, tell us, where's Glory Bound going to be in the near future?
Well, we take all of December off.
Good for you.
And usually January is slow for us. Our next event will be in Alabama the last weekend of January.
Okay.
And that's good. I mean, it gives us a time to step back and reflect on what we've done this year and then
Right.
what God's got before us for the coming year. And we had our Glory Bound Christmas dinner this past Saturday. So we're just enjoying being at home with the family, you know, and going to church.
Yeah.
I mean, when you sing, and we sing, once we get started, we'll sing somewhere about every weekend. So we don't get to go to our home church too often. So we've been able to do that
awesome.
this winter, and which is a blessing to us. And
It's funny too when you do that. You show up one Sunday and one of the new guys who's an usher, he greets you. Hey, good to have you.
yeah,
Yeah, I've been away for here 30 years. Okay, good.
fill this visitor's
Yeah,
card
fill out
out.
this visitor's card. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But
Send the pastor over to visit you.
yeah,
That's right.
just
That's right.
talking about memories, and I don't know how much time we got, but something you may not know about Linda and I. In the mid '80s, there was a recording studio in Canton, owned by David Kite. It was West Wind
West Wind.
Studios, and David, Leonard Muty from Jasper, Linda, myself, and little Jan Buckner. We formed the North Georgia Gospel Music Association, and we did we met every month, but then about every 3 or 4 months we'd do the Gaither style Red Book choir type things in different churches, and that was a good time. And I don't know why.
I think that's the first time I ever heard her play the piano.
Yeah.
Was during that time.
That was in the mid to late '80s.
Yeah.
So that's been a day or two.
So that's where Gaither got the idea
That's
from.
where Bill Gaither,
He
so
got
he
it
needs
from
to
us.
send you a check. I'm telling you. Lordy me.
that's right.
What a blessing all of gospel music has meant to me. I remember at 14 years old, if it hadn't been for Vestal and God Walks the Dark Hills, I would never have been brought to gospel music because I was literally visiting cousins. We lived in the city, we were up in the country, and my Aunt Winnell turns the TV up on the black and white TV, and Vestal is singing that song, and I said, what is that? Because I was a Beach Boys, Righteous Brothers, that kind of stuff, and all of a sudden I hear Vestal, the light switch turned on, and that was it. That was
And
it.
she had that white handkerchief, didn't she?
Yes.
And you know what my beautician
Big
has?
hair.
Big hair.
Yeah, my beautician has a sign in her bathroom, and I saw it this morning. It says, the taller your hair, the closer to Jesus. And I said, I love it. So I said, tease it up a little bit. So
There you go.
tease it up a little bit.
Vesta was trying to get beside him then because her hair was
Yeah,
2 foot tall.
I remember introducing you to Karen Peck too.
Oh,
You had
yes,
never heard of her.
yes, never,
And
never.
She blew your socks off.
Absolutely. 4 days late. That was my Angela's favorite song. She would just stand and watch. She wouldn't even sit down when she was singing. She would just stand and watch it. Now, Linda, we've got just a few minutes, and I want to get you back on the piano. So we're going to go to the kids' Christmas pictures just a minute or so to run her back over there because we cannot let her leave without hitting that piano one more time. Here we go.